Hidden Leaf Village, a place of history, legacy, and strict traditions. As the sun beats down on Konohagakure, casting long shadows beneath the grand Hokage monument, a young ninja is about to challenge everything this village stands for. Up on the rooftop of the Hokage's office, a cameraman prepares to take a simple photograph. But the boy sitting in front of the lens isn't your average ninja, it's Naruto Uzumaki. And true to his chaotic nature, his face is completely covered in wild, theatrical paint. To Naruto, this isn't just a registration photo, it's a statement. Inside the Hokage's office, Naruto proudly slams his ninja registration form onto the desk. The third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, takes one look at the ridiculous photo and sighs. He firmly tells Naruto to go back and take the photo again. But Naruto, crossing his arms with a defiant scowl, flat out refuses. The tension in the room rises. Frustrated by the old man's stubbornness, Naruto decides to handle things his own way. With a quick hand sign, a cloud of smoke erupts. He transforms, unleashing his infamous and completely inappropriate cute jutsu. The sheer shock is too much for the third Hokage. Caught completely off guard by the cute transformation, Hiruzen suffers a massive nosebleed and dramatically falls backward, crashing to the floor. But before the dust can even settle, the office doors fly open. In bursts a young boy, Konohamaru, charging forward with a wooden weapon, yelling a bold challenge to defeat the Hokage. But his grand entrance is cut, incredibly short when he trips over his own overly long scarf and face plants hard onto the floor. Right behind him, his strict, elite tutor, Ebisu, rushes into the room, absolutely utterly shocked by the chaotic scene. Instead of owning up to his own clumsiness, Konohamaru immediately looks for a scapegoat. He points a blaming finger straight at Naruto. Naruto, already agitated, doesn't care who this kid is. He marches right up and grabs Konohamaru angrily by the collar. In that moment, Konohamaru smirks. He thinks to himself that Naruto won't dare lay a finger on him. After all, everyone knows he is the honorable grandson of the third Hokage. Nobody touches him. But Naruto isn't everybody. Without a second of hesitation, Naruto clenches his fist and punches Konohamaru right on the head. The entire room goes dead silent. The shock is palpable. No one has ever treated the Hokage's grandson like that. Having made his point, Naruto turns his back and storms out of the office. Left behind, Ebisu immediately begins lecturing a bruised Konohamaru. He scolds him, stressing that the path to becoming Hokage requires proper, elite training, not foolish challenges. But Konohamaru isn't listening. In the blink of an eye, he disappears from the room. Panic sets in as Ebisu scrambles to find his missing pupil, while Hiruzen remains seated, lost in deep thought about the unusual interaction he just witnessed. Out on the quiet village road, Naruto is walking alone, hands in his pockets, but his sharp senses pick up a sound. Someone is following him. Playing it cool, Naruto pretends he notices nothing, letting the stalker think they have the upper hand. Then, with lightning speed, he turns and easily catches his pursuer. It's Konohamaru, wearing a laughably bad disguise. "You found me," Konohamaru admits, looking up at the older boy not with anger, but with total awe. "Now you have to train me." Naruto is reluctant at first, but Konohamaru seals the deal by calling him boss. It's a title of respect Naruto has rarely heard. As they begin, Konohamaru pulls out a thick textbook, reading aloud about how chakra works and the theoretical rules of being a ninja. Naruto gets angry, snatching the book away. He tells the kid that you can't learn everything from sitting around reading books. Real ninja work happens out in the field. To prove his point, Naruto orders Konohamaru to attempt the transformation jutsu, telling him to turn into a beautiful young lady. Konohamaru focuses his chakra, but the result is a hilarious, lumpy disaster. Unfortunately for them, a real lady happens to be walking by and sees this offensive mockery. Furious, she winds up and punches Naruto squarely in the face. She glares at Konohamaru, but recognizing him as the Hokage's grandson, she spares him the physical punishment. Instead, she coldly tells him to try and do a better transformation next time. Undeterred, the two troublemakers decide they need research. They sneak into a local magazine store, drooling over pictures of cute ladies, but their stealth needs work. The grumpy storekeeper wakes up from his nap, catches them red-handed, and fiercely kicks them both out onto the street. Seeking refuge, they retreat deep into the jungle. Naruto tries his best to motivate his new student, coaching him through the steps, but Konohamaru continues to fail, producing one bad transformation after another. Meanwhile, on the other side of the village, an exhausted and frantic Ebisu is still desperately searching for his runaway student, taking a moment to sit down, completely tired out. Back in the jungle, the frustration begins to crack Konohamaru's tough exterior. Sitting in the dirt, he finally reveals his deepest, darkest secret. He looks at Naruto and confesses that he feels like he has no true identity. When people look at him, they don't see Konohamaru. They only see the Hokage's grandson. He is trapped in a shadow he can't escape. Hearing this, Naruto's demeanor changes.
He understands that kind of pain better than anyone.
Naruto delivers a powerful, heartfelt motivational speech, acknowledging the boy's struggle. Hearing someone finally validate his feelings, Konohamaru's energy comes rushing back. While this bond forms in the jungle, high above the village on the Hokage's roof, Hiruzen stands quietly, staring up at the stone face of the fourth Hokage. Iruka-sensei approaches him. The two men begin to talk about Naruto, delving into his tragic backstory. They discuss the heavy burden the boy carries, how the devastating Nine Tails was sealed inside him when he was just a child. Because of that terrible history, the villagers avoid him. They fear him. The Hokage and Iruka speak of how incredibly lonely Naruto has been since childhood, entirely isolated from the world around him. Back in the jungle, the peaceful moment is shattered. Ebisu has finally found them. He leaps into the clearing, reaching out to grab Konohamaru and drag him back to his rigid life. But Konohamaru stands his ground. Channeling all his frustration and his new mentor's teachings, he focuses his chakra in a puff of smoke. He executes his very first perfect transformation, a flawless cute jutsu. Ebisu is caught completely off guard. His face turns bright red with embarrassment, which quickly boils over into pure anger. Blaming Naruto for corrupting the young boy, Ebisu lunges and tightly grabs Konohamaru to forcefully take him away. Naruto isn't about to let his first student be taken like this. He jumps in to save him, crossing his fingers into his signature hand sign. Multi-shadow clone jutsu! Suddenly, dozens of Naruto clones surround the elite tutor. Ebisu scoffs. He is highly confident in his skills and prepares to easily fight off the clones. Far away in his office, Hiruzen is watching this entire confrontation unfold through his magical crystal ball, curious to see how it ends. Back in the jungle, Naruto smirks. He doesn't attack with fists. Instead, he and every single one of his clones transform simultaneously, using the cute jutsu to create an overwhelming harem jutsu. The sheer magnitude of the attack is too much for Ebisu's elite composure. He suffers a catastrophic nosebleed and falls flat on his back, completely defeated by the ridiculous tactic. Watching this humiliating display through his crystal ball, the third Hokage facepalms, deeply embarrassed by the whole situation. As evening approaches, the sky turns a beautiful shade of orange. The sunset bathes the village in a warm light. Konohamaru is ecstatic, jumping with joy over their victory, but Naruto sits him down, his voice growing soft and serious. Looking out over the village, Naruto opens up. He tells Konohamaru that he was all alone too, that nobody cared about him and he felt completely invisible. But then everything changed. He found someone who truly cared about him, someone who saw him for who he really was, Iruka sensei. Naruto looks his student dead in the eye and delivers a harsh but necessary reality check. He tells Konohamaru that if he truly wants to become Hokage and step out of his grandfather's shadow, there is no shortcut. It doesn't happen by just challenging the boss or pulling pranks. It takes immense practice, grueling hard work, and relentless training. Hearing this, Konohamaru bristles. For a moment, he is angry and deeply disappointed, hoping for an easy secret to power. But as he looks at Naruto's serious face, the truth of those words sinks in. He realizes Naruto isn't just treating him as a kid, he's treating him as an equal. Konohamaru stands tall, his anger fading into deep respect, and he proudly salutes Naruto. Far away, gazing into his crystal ball, Hiruzen watches the two boys under the sunset. A gentle, genuine smile spreads across the old Hokage's face, happy to see the true will of fire taking root in the next generation.